welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Tulip and Golf. And before we go to the Loi Krathong and the demonstration and the land invasion, we have an update. We have been reporting about the death of the former Olympic sharpshooter Jakrit Panit Patikam. And we
Which
thought
the case resolved.
yes,
already.
we
kinda
thought
know.
it's all resolved, but we have heard more of the stories over the weekend when the wife, that people call her in short Morning, actually posted on Facebook, apparently in public status, otherwise people wouldn't know.
Of course.
She said that the support from her two kids is something that make her fight for her kids. She have to be strong, like the grandma that gave her life twice, first time 38 years ago and now today. And it's the right for Chom and Brok, which is the name of two kids. And she will fight with her life, wouldn't let anyone touch the kids. And is it fair that anyone would take what belonged to the grandchild away? And she didn't actually mention who take the grandchild away, but who else gonna be, you know? So she's saying something like the person that wanna take all this inheritance away actually never really helped building anything with the family. And she just say that that person should be ashamed. So somehow the journalists able to get more information about this, that the father of Jakrit Panit Patikam, which is Manop Panit Patikam, has been quite outspoken since the son passed away. On Friday, he actually went to Prachuap Khiri Khan Provincial Court and asking the court to appoint him to be the manager of the inheritance from all of the treasure, all of the inheritance from Jakrit himself. He said that he actually called his daughter-in-law about whatever Jakrit has left, and actually the wife said that he has only cash for 2 million baht in the bank and a house in Ramkhamhaeng area and another 2 cars. And the father of Jakrit actually doesn't believe that, and he believed that because the wife is actually not a wife legally.
Okay.
But even though she's a mother of 2 grandchildren, but she's not legally married to Jakrit.
Oh, she didn't sign a marriage certificate.
Probably. So he believed that all this inheritance should be divided in 2 parts. It should be half-half.
Okay.
That's the reason. So not just that, I think it's another information that's kind of shocked me and a lot of people. Also, Pirapon Prachuap Mo, or people know him as Kamnan Nui. He is a son of the former minister, former agricultural deputy minister, and also former Prachuap Khiri Khan member of parliament for 9 times. Pirapon Prachuap Mo actually sent in the lawyer to Prachuap Khiri Khan court to ask to also be the manager of the inheritance. And the court actually see that the petition is admissible. So the court will have the hearing within 15 days and will call all the involved people that related to this inheritance to come in and talk. And they said that Mr. Priyapon, which a lot of people shocked why he asked to be the manager of inheritance. He said that he was a very, very good friend with Jakrit's family, and there's a point in time that Jakrit actually moved in the house registration on the paper, moved into his house.
And that's entitled him to get the money.
Because Jakrit was planning to run campaign for the local politician, local representative of Guiburi district.
Okay.
But I'm not sure is that really enough valid reason for him to
I don't think it's valid
have
at
a
all,
part
if you
in
ask
all
me.
those inheritance.
Yeah. Because the thing is, you're a friend technically, and if he doesn't write it on his will, I don't think you are actually entitled to anything. But yeah, you're welcome to try.
It's reportedly that Chakrit has made a life insurance policy of 14 million baht, and
That will go to
and is I think the father is right legally, because if she doesn't really marry legally to Chakrit on the paper, I guess her right to
I thought they always asked you to actually write down the name of the person you wanted to give
yeah,
it to.
we probably have to hear more about this, because Monim just only told the reporters that if anyone want to have part in this, just have to go to court.
Okay, which is probably good. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't settle outside, but I hope that there's not going to be, one of
Another killing.
Exactly, because this is it get to the point where you gotta stop. I mean, for the children at least.
Yes.
All right, moving on to another case, and I guess this case should be up in the front pages for quite some times now, but it died down a little bit, is the forest encroachment. And we have seen quite a bit here in Thailand because we have a lot of luscious forest lands. However, it seems like, apart from the fact that Kun Tulip has just mentioned about the ranger killed due to the Siamese rosewood smuggling, at this point, there also another threat to the forest in Thailand is the land encroachment, where a lot of resorts or expensive houses decided to grab the nice piece of land and pretty much build their houses on that particular piece of land. However, oftentimes it happened to be in one of those either national park or the forest land that you're not supposed to do anything in there as well at all. Now they say that yesterday there has been a report, first of all, came out with the statistic, and this statistic is not very good at all in terms of causing a lot of the land encroachment and environmental degradation here in Thailand. And they say that at this point, there has been quite a bit of a talk in terms of what they can and cannot do to this. However, they said, the Forest Department has already said that they set December the 1st onward to be the D-Day for all the crackdown of all the different cases. Now, they say that statistically, there has been over 1,000 cases of land encroachment already over 1,000 of the forest lands that has been encroached. And they say that starting on December the 1st, 391 forest land will be under close watch. And what the Forest Department, the Royal Forest Department, will try to do is that they will send out all the mapping, the picture of the map that has been shot by the satellite system and such itself from up there, to see the land area and send it out to all the national forest parks, rangers and all the chiefs, to make sure that they take a look at this 391 forest land. And if they see any encroachment in the area, the first thing they would like all the rangers and the authorities to do, officers to do, is to negotiate with the person. So went in, informed them that they practically encroached the land area, and then perhaps negotiate first. Then if that didn't work, they say that they will arrest it right away. And they say that this is aimed to be all done. The 391 forest land will be under close watch and hopefully making all the arrests and such until July of 2014. So they are setting a date already, that making sure that all these 391 forest lands will not be encroached and no buildings or infrastructures will be in the area. However, they say that later on, after July of 2014, they probably will move on to the rest, because they have 1,221 forest lands altogether that they believed to have these culprits or different cases to be encroached into the area. And they say that the damages to this is estimated to be 98 million baht in damages of all this encroachment. So it's quite sad, and the thing is, we have seen quite a bit, especially, for example, in Thaplan National Park, they've seen quite a bit of the cases, about over 5,000 cases of either land encroachment, wildlife, trade, or even rosewood smuggling as well. So at this point, I think it is good that we are pressing hard on this particular case. So December the 1st, we might hear a lot more about this particular case.
So we were reporting about the Loi Krathong festival from many places in Thailand. Also, as well, like you said, there is no reason that even though you're in demonstration, you wouldn't float the krathong. But
Exactly.
it's get a little political.
Creative? Okay.
It's getting a little political and creative, on the stage. Both sides of the story, though, because over the weekend there was also the red shirts gathering,
Okay.
the government supporters, and also, of course, the anti-government. So we'll go to the anti-government stage first. Reportedly, there was a huge float that displayed on the stage with Yingluck Shinawatra, the Prime Minister image, and also some of the ministers, as well as the former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra on the float itself. And they said on the stage, actually, that they're asking people that to make a wish and float this giant float together. And on the 24th, which Kun Goff will tell you later on the detail, which they call for big gathering, they said,
Will be another float?
no, he actually said people will get to really float the real person on the 24th. So this is like
Well, let's not do that to our Prime Minister, despite the fact we don't like her.
So Kun Suthep said this is like, when we float, we will wish for good wish, and we'll try to float our bad luck or any bad karma away. And for them, this is a symbolic to show that they want to float this government away, apparently.
Goodness me.
So they went to the pier near the protest site at Ratchadamneun Nok Pier at Padung Krung Kasem Canal. So yes, yesterday and reportedly there was something resembling of the temple festival for the demonstrators that get to enjoy. They have the merry-go-round and things like that.
Well, that's fun.
And games, shoot the balloons, and just to, maybe take the stress out of the protesters. Also on the red stage, there was gathering at the, it's called the Democracy Protection Monument in Laxi area. There was a huge krathong of the float also on the stage at about 7:30 p.m. The leaders of the protest bring the float onto the stage. The float has the picture of Abhisit Vechachiwa and Suthep Thuksuban on the stage, but this one they don't float it. They actually will just stomp on it and burned the float itself on the stage, and then light some firecrackers and also float the red lantern into the sky. He said it's a symbolic to show that they want to chase away bad luck and these people that hurting the country.
Right. All right.
So-
So from both sides, I guess.
That's the Loi Krathong Festival from the protest site reporting to you.
Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it? In Thailand, we do kind of interesting symbolic things that we hope to get to the other side.
We engage our tradition into the politics.
Very sadly. All right, let's take a short break, because when we come back, I have a lot more updates in terms of the anti-government demonstrators and their D-Day. And Kun Tulip will talk a little bit about how the Pheu Thai party is going to have to prep for this week.
Censure debate.
Exactly, so please stay tuned.